My advice is do whatever it takes. My name is Susan Pack. I'm a hairdresser and a makeup artist and a photographer, but I'm mainly a small business owner. I've been a hairdresser for almost a decade. I got licensed in 2008, hairdresser and makeup artist, and I opened my shop about 5.5 years ago. So I've been on my own, owning my own business for about 5.5 years. There are people of all sorts of different personality types that are hairdressers. Like, all of us have an artistic bug of some sort. I think that every stylist who stands behind the chair has something unique to bring to the table, and because of that, we attract whoever we attract. I think it's more so about personality. It also has something to do with skill, but ultimately, as far as clients who continue to see me, that's more about us just kind of vibing as humans.
Maybe in October. Get my gel nails right.
I think ultimately what I want is to be comfortable. Like, I want to be in a place where I can spend comfortably, I can manage my business comfortably, I can vacation comfortably, I can retire comfortably. I have no disillusions as to whether or not I'll make millions doing what I'm doing. I do have plans and goals to expand to include more photography in my business model, and possibly some other avenues of being creative. But right now, my focus is hair and photography, and just expanding that as much as I can. There was a point in my life where I had to decide what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, and one day I met a woman and I had a conversation with her about how proud of her daughter she was, and how she was going to school and she was going to make something of herself. And I asked her, oh, what college is she going to? And she goes, oh, she's going to hair school in downtown Olympia. And I was like, ding. So I had actually been working within my original intended career field, and in a less I'd been working within my bachelor's degree for at a facility for about 1.5 years, and in this facility, it wasn't a traditional school setting. It was a more behavioral counselor setting, and what started to happen was I was actually ending up doing a lot of hair. So kids were contracting with me in order to get their hair done, so contracting for good behavior in order to get a reward. And so I was spending a lot of my shifts braiding, styling, doing all sorts of things with hair, and it seemed like a really natural transition to go to cosmetology school. I started my business with very little money and very little resources, and have grown it into something that is now, viewed as something that is successful. Because I didn't have the same resources that a lot of people do that start small businesses. I'm single. I don't come up from a family that has a lot of money. We were comfortable, but it wasn't a situation where I could just borrow money to start a business, because original build-out costs, equipment costs, stuff like that. And it's different for every business, but for me, it was a matter of not only having my scissors and my clippers, it was, a chair, a shampoo bowl, a waiting area, a coffee maker, paint for the walls, a washer and dryer, things like that, that I was able to get some help for through taking a loan against the vehicle that I owned, but it wasn't much, and most people start out with a lot more than I do. So my perspective as far as starting a business is a little bit different, I think. I think if somebody wants to start a small business and they're really passionate about it, they'll find any way to do it. And I think that's what I did, and a lot of my friends, including your mother. I think that that's what she did as well. She took what she knew, she took what she had, and she made something wonderful out of it. So my advice is do whatever it takes.